welcome back to Sort Aboard. I'm Monkey with the Sort Aboard crew, and as the title of this video states, I am participating in Season 2 of the LEDT, the Limited Environment Draft Tournament. Last season, it was Jason Sketch and Solo and MC Deck Discussions and Facing the Encounter, who were all part of it, and this time they've opened it up. There are another 5 actually participants in it. Jason and Jason's just only one sitting out for the first time. But I am in a pod with MC Deck Discussions and Steggy and Face Encounter. So we had our draft the other day, and as you can see, I'm going to be talking about it. So, first up, I kind of went into it with a very loose plan. And, you know, they say no plan survives contact with the enemy, and while these guys aren't my enemy, we are, you know, an opposing force, and things slightly went off the rails pretty quickly for me. But before we get to that, there are, you know, some vague spoilers, as you can see on here, for what I end up going with. This is not everything I went with, but this is the thoughts I had in mind for what I wanted to go with. And just kind of like, I'll start going left to right. So for boxes, I knew Age of Apocalypse had to be my first pick because of magic. Because if anything else went poorly in this, I knew I would have magic to fall back on. Same with Sidekick. Sidekick's really useful. I figure no matter who I get, there's probably some sort of pairing that will be useful with Sidekick. And with magic, Mad Titan Shadow was on my priority list solely to get Summoning Spell. I was willing to take a whole box for one card. Even though I do like Atom Magic, and I do like Spectrum, I like Summoning Spell that much more. And I was willing to throw away a whole pick for one card. I didn't end up doing that, but Rise of Red Skull, I did not end up going with either. You can see I didn't go with it, but Spider-Woman and Hawkeye both kind of interest me. I do like Spider-Woman a lot. I like Hawkeye a lot less, but they do have some solid aspect cards in that one that I wanted to pick if I end up going with this box. Civil War, I like Tigra, I like Hulkling, I really like the conditionings. This was another one where I was willing to take a whole box just for 2 cards. Next Evolution, I kind of assumed would be picked, so it was kind of lower my priorities. Age of Apocalypse had to be my turn 1, which it was, as we'll get to in a second. But Next Evolution, the side schemes in it are too good, and I intentionally put that down lower because I was assuming someone else might take it pretty early on. Mutant Genesis has some X-Men support. I knew I was playing Magic. I knew I was probably end up playing Bishop, and I kind of figured I might end up taking another X-Men at some point. So just general X-Men support from Mutant Genesis thought would be good. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., based on my heroes, I kind of knew there were a handful I thought would be useful in there that would get some support from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., mainly Practice Plan, and some other stuff. I really liked Murray Hill, I really liked Nick, but it was mostly the aspect stuff I was looking for in that one. And then for my heroes, kind of top to bottom, this was in no particular order. This was just like my thoughts for like putting down a dozen heroes. and what I might want from them if I were to pick them. For Gamora, it was her versatile dex. I thought if I need to build heroes that do a lot of things, Gamora is part of that. Same thing with Spider-Woman from Rise of Red Skull. She was also there. Miss Marvel, it has the best recursion in the game. And I really, really thought, push comes to shove, whether I am running aggression or justice, it would really benefit me to run a Miss Marvel deck at some point. Doctor Strange, I took one because he's useful, but also because I really wanted to lean into Mystic stuff with magic, and he comes with a decent bit of Mystic support. Source Supreme kind of first and foremost in there. Scarlet Witch was on my list because she's a Mystic. I could use some of the same Mystic support I got from these other packs and use it with her. Nova was on my list solely for Home Technique and Moon Girl. I like Nova. I'll probably end up playing him, maybe, but I knew I was definitely going to be playing Miss Marvel at some point, and having Home Technique and Moon Girl is going to be very good with her and anyone else I think about running with it. Black Panther. This was a pack I took almost solely for build sport because I really wanted the Queen Carrier also, and I wanted to be able to play Queen Carrier off trait if I could. Just give me a little bit extra resource boost. So I took Black Panther solely for build sport, but she also has a bunch of other stuff in her kit that I think would be useful, either aspect wise or if I try and play her, because she is good. She is versatile. Black Widow I really like, but she comes with a Queen Carrier, so I knew she was one of the ones I wanted to take. Out of all the hero kits that ship with a Queen Carrier, I like her the most. Next on the list was Winter Soldier, which I wanted for firepower, spoiling for a fight, Winter Widow Soldier Spy, because I knew I wanted to run Black Widow at some point. Having that team up card I thought would be useful, and Winter Soldier's the beast. Magneto was in there for Death Focus. Evade the Past was a huge one, and then he had some other X-Men support. Death Focus, I think, looking at my picks, would have been less useful. I think there's only a couple things in here that would have been good for. But Face the Past is always a good card to include, I think. Didn't end up running with that. Star-Lord has the Plasma Grenade, Cosmo, and some aerial support. Since I knew I was running Nova, knew I was running like Doctor Strange, I thought having a little bit of extra aerial support would be useful, and Cosmo is good with magic. And then if I decided to go with firepower, Plasma Grenade would be useful. I noted down Captain America if, like, as a later pick I didn't have anything else to do, just pick up Captain America because he is generically good. I say it's Mario because, you know, he's just good at everything. He's middle of the road. Jubilee is great. She also comes with Mutant Mayhem, which I thought might make for an interesting magic deck where I am running some X-Force and X-Men and bouncing them with magic, and Storm ships with an X-Jet, which I kind of had as a backup plan for Mutant Genesis. If I didn't get Mutant Genesis, I kind of want to get Storm. And the archetypes: Mystic, Firepower, Home Technique. Just Mystic, generally good. Firepower, Home Technique, self-explanatory there. And now I will get over to my actual picks. So this was a Serpentine draft. I can't remember if I said that yet or not. The order of it went Abby Small, me, Steggy, and Jeff. So Abby Small first, and me, Steggy, Jeff, and then because Jeff picked last in the first round, It went Jeff picked again, Steggy, me, Abby Small, and Abby Small, John, and so on. So first and last person of each kind of round picked twice in a row. So as you can see, I picked Age of Apocalypse first. That has magic. Kind of knew I wanted her as a fallback, so I went with that first. Next time around, went with Black Panther, and that got me Build Sport, which I knew I needed, or knew I wanted. And just like any good draft, there's always a decent bit of drama. I won't get into exactly what everyone else's picks were. If you watch their analysis of the draft phase, you might be able to see, but I will reference them at least slightly because we were talking the whole time in Discord channel, and my third pick was Nova. And I thought about this a decent bit. I was like, oh, should I go with this other person? Should I go with this other kit? Trying to figure out what I should do. I went Nova, because he's good to aero support. Nova's good. I really wanted Moon Girl. But Abby Small was like, oh, I'm going for this sort of thing. And I was like, oh, right as he typed that, I locked in Nova. I was like, oh, I really hope that doesn't mess you up. And then Steggy's next pick was the other hero I was heavily considering. So I had to, act shocked that Steggy stole my pick. So round 4 came around. I grabbed Doctor Strange for that extra Mystic Sport, and my round 5 was Black Widow, because I knew Black Widow ended up being useful. First, it'll give me some extra justice cards, and that'd be helpful. But again, I debated on this very heavily. I was like, "Ooh, should I take this other thing? I really want these cards that this other pick will provide me." And then my very next pick that I didn't take Black Widow for was Steggy's pick. Steggy stole my next pick again. So, I mean, I got my eyes on him. He's gonna get it in the future. He's probably gonna beat my ass in this tournament, if I'm honest. I do not have super high hopes for getting a high score in this one, but this is just for fun, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, Steggy stole 2 of my picks I was looking for. Round 6 came around, and I grabbed Scarlet Witch because she's Mystic. I figure I have all this other Mystic support. It would be useful to have another Mystic to fall back on if I needed that. And then that's when I kind of pivoted away from my initial plan, and I immediately started second guessing myself. For round 7, I chose Quicksilver. Partially because even though the Scarlet Witch Quicksilver team up is not good, still thought it might be useful to have. But also Quicksilver gets me some of the some other like support for aspect stuff. I'm not a big Quicksilver fan. I may play him in this draft just to try him out again, because it has been a while since I played him. But I really want the upgrade he provides that lets you have just an extra resource on the table. Round 8 was Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is one I really wanted because of champions, which are get Nova, so that'll be useful with Moon Girl and Hone Technique, because Miss Marvel, Hone Technique, and Melee is a ton of fun. Dropping 8 damage per hit melees is always a blast. And round 9, I grabbed Hulk. Again, for the upgrade that lets you have another resource sitting on the table. And Hulk's another one I don't really play much, and I kind of was inspired by Jason Sketch a little bit, who really branched out last season. Um, and I think he had 3 picks that were characters he's never played before. Um, so Quicksilver and Hulk both fit into that with me. They're characters I don't play really at all. So I thought giving myself room to branch out and play something else, they might surprise me. They might end up moving my ranking a decent bit if I give them a shot in this tournament. So I took Hulk, and there were some jokes in our chat about how Hulk's the strongest Avenger, and I should play a Hulk in a different aspect for each round of or each week of the tournament, which I could do that. I'm probably not going to, but I might at least run a practice game with him against each villain just to see how a deck with him would face up against them. And there's at least one scenario we have that I am seriously considering running Hulk against. Around 10, I took my second box. I grabbed Mutant Genesis for the extra X-Men support. And I like both Colossus and Shadowcat. They got some good aspect cards, and I thought getting X-Jet would be pretty useful. But yeah, as soon as I finished locking in on my picks and this phase was over, I immediately started being like, oh, I should have grabbed, Storm here. I should have grabbed, any other pick than like Hulk, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. I really, because I'm bad at making decisions. I really started second guessing every single pick I made outside the top 5. But that's how it goes sometimes. There's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of good stuff in this game. You almost can't go wrong with anything you pick in these scenarios, which is why some stuff is tough to narrow down to. So we had some trades, not a ton, and then we went on to villains, which we each put forth 3 villains, and our handy dandy spreadsheet took that list and did a randomizer on it to get our list. I won't go into our full list yet, but I submitted Red Skull, Venom, and Enchantress. Red Skull's, I really like his scenario, and I like it because it's enough of a challenge, and you have to manage multiple things with the side schemes and still dealing damage to him, which I think is fun. So that's why I went with that one. Venom is here just because I thought it'd be interesting to have a villain that really just hammered you on damage, because Venom can hit really hard, especially if you have chipped away at him. So you kind of have to build in a way that allows you to hit him, either just knock down, drag out fight, or where you are playing it strategically, getting him to the other side of the bell and then hitting him then. So I enjoy Venom a lot. And then Enchantress is just a great scenario. I don't play it enough and want to throw it in the ring here because it is a great scenario. I thought it'd be a lot of fun to submit. But that was my 3 picks. That is the draft for this round for me, or this season for me. And if you like this, please go check out the other people's videos. I'm very interested in seeing their analysis of the draft, how it went for them, why they chose their picks, why Steggy stole my picks, even though he didn't know I was going to pick those things. He still stole them from me, and I'm going to hold that grudge forever. I might forgive him one day. But anyway, I'm rambling. Please, if you like this, come back, see us another time. Games will be going up every week like usual. Just slotting in the LEDT games. Probably on Sundays is when I'll put them up. I'll probably just replace Solo Sunday for a little bit. And go check out the other people. I'm very interested in seeing why they picked what they did. The discussion we had in our chat or doing the draft was insightful, but you know, could always use a little bit more insight into that, seeing what they're thinking, picking the brains apart. And until the next time I see you, hope all your games go well. And I'll see you later.